Husky Fat Promotions.
By the way, won that fight convincingly. My man did his thing. Guys, there is a lot of sports going on tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Got that ASAP Rocky, my man.
It is a good one.
By the way, I don't know how everybody's bracket looks, but in case you're wondering, Florida Atlantic beat Kansas State tonight. So a 9 seed is in the Final Four, whether you like that or not. Tivon Taylor comes in 0-2. Let's give it back over to Matt Ems for the other announcement.
And the opponent fighting out of the red corner tonight, Mr. Montaine Mcfarland.
And there it is, the local pop, Montaine Mcfarland, a debut against a fighter who's 0-2. Now look, if you're Montaine, you look at it and you go, this guy's 0-2, I got him. Not necessarily, Emmanuel. If you're a trainer, what are you telling Montaine?
Well, Montaine has some experience, in the kickboxing, amateur kickboxing scene. This guy has gone across seas and competed, but we never focus on that O in the record because you never know, and you do not want to be surprised. You want to treat this guy as he's undefeated, because if you do not show him respect, you might get caught.
Well, here we go. 5 2-minute rounds instead of what we got used to with the 3 2-minute rounds. This is your amateur main event of the night. Let's turn it back over to Matt Ems for the official announcement of the fighters.
Yeah.
All right. This amateur main event is being brought to you tonight by Ambassador Roofing and Construction, Star and Solar, and Green Country Electric. This bout will be 3 2-minute rounds in the 195-pound amateur kickboxing division. Fighting out of the blue corner is an experienced MMA and kickboxing veteran out of Missouri. Please welcome Tivon, the Black Panther, Taylor. And his opponent tonight, fighting out of the JAF and ABC Roofing Supply red corner, also an MMA and kickboxing veteran, holding various amateur titles and was selected by the USA Amateur Kickboxing Team, representing Killer Bees Kickboxing of Edmond. Please welcome the return of Montaine, the Monster McFarland.
Killer Bees, as you know, huge association, Anderson Silva. He's got to represent tonight here, Emmanuel.
Absolutely, Montaine. He's I've sparred with him before. This guy is tricky. He loves the head kicks and some spinning attacks. This guy, I think, is gonna definitely come out here and show what he has tonight.
When you're carrying a name like Anderson Silva with you, there's a lot of pressure that comes with that. What would you be telling him right now and how to deal with that, Emmanuel?
I would tell him to stay focused, calm down, and pick your shots. You have some time, so work that jab, get in and out. Don't be rushing too much, because you do not want to get caught coming in.
And he's showing some good defense. Nice leg kick there to the thighs. Very calculated, as we've talked about before. Looks very well balanced so far earlier on. Does McFarland in the white trunks with gold trim.
Ooh, beautiful spinning back kick by Taylor.
Oh, double connection there. Emmanuel early on. What are you looking at for both of these fighters right now?
They're both really filling things out, both throwing single shots here and there. I think that they're just kind of filling each other out. I think the first round is going to be kind of like this, and I think the second round we'll see a little more hands, a little more combos finishing with the kicks.
Good shot there. I tell you what, if I'm watching this fight and I'm looking at McFarland, I'm thinking to myself, guys looking me in the eye and still coming up with good defense.
Right. Yes. I mean, McFarland doing a really good job landing that right kick to the legs, to the body. Taylor really has to be careful with staying in the pocket
There it
because that
is.
happens just like that.
And another one. Good counter again. He's clean with it. And another shot. Now he's going up top with the right. Connects again, just not as clean as he wanted.
Mcfarland has to be careful with his chin being a little too high. He does not want to get caught as he's kicking by Taylor.
Chin high. What's the disadvantage to that, Emmanuel?
You're leaving your chin exposed. It's out there for an easy target. So, some of these guys do have that style where they're trying to move back, but the chin kind of goes up with it. And you got to be careful when you're exiting out.
Here we go, round number one. Fairly entertaining. Good shot to the midsection. And he came on the right, now on left. And I didn't hear a 10-second flag, but I don't know. At this point, who's keeping score?
Yeah, I mean, that is at the end right there, they were absolutely letting out a little bit, letting off their weapons a little bit. Mcfarland landing some beautiful counters after Taylor throwing some of those kicks. So I think Mcfarland takes that first round.
Round number one, here's what I'm looking at. I'm seeing one guy relax in a corner in Mcfarland, and then I'm looking over here at Taylor, another guy hunched over, breathing very heavily. Emmanuel, on either side, what's going through your mind in each corner?
Listen, when you go back to your corner, if you're tired, you try not to show it. Mike Giroux in the corner of Montaine is very experienced. He can see that, and we'll tell Montaine to come out and put the pressure on.
There we go. Round number two. Again, this is 5 2-minute rounds. This is your amateur main event before we get to the main card. And here we go. So far, it has been all Mcfarland. White trunks, gold trim. Tivon Taylor, black trunks with the fire on there. Oh, good shot early on. And Taylor lets him know, yeah, you did that. A good left there to the chin. But look out! Taylor coming with one of his own, and he's telling him, come on, bring it. Here it is. Good up-top shot. He gets caught in the ropes, but it doesn't seem to matter. And right now, both guys are leaving it all in the ring. This one's getting nasty earlier, Emmanuel.
Taylor's trying to put the pressure on, but he has to be careful. Listen, Montaine made a big mistake right there. He's trying to be a good sportsman, have good sportsmanship. But at the end of the day, you have to keep going until the ref stops it. So, you got to give props to Montaine to having some good sportsmanship. But I think his corner is going to talk to him afterwards and say, do not stop until the referee stops it.
Yeah, what I talked about earlier, right? Killer instinct. You just press in. Unfortunately, not every guy has it. How do you develop it, Emmanuel?
In training, you really have to go through those hard rounds and be in those third or fifth rounds where you're tired and still being aggressive. That's something that can be learned in training.
Now, and there you see it again. Taylor going to the mid with a kick, but just impressive defense is coming from Mcfarland. He's just so smooth with this swipe down.
He is, and he's doing a good job going to the body with a straight kick and then doing a question mark kick to the head to Taylor.
Yep, here we go. And inside is what Taylor's trying to work in now. But, man, Mcfarland is doing such a good job of maintaining that distance, Emmanuel.
There's that front kick. Look for the head kick now. He keeps throwing that front kick to Taylor's body to get him to drop his hands, and then Mcfarland looking for that right head kick.
What other ways can Mcfarland set up that head kick? Feints, mid kicks, what else can he do?
Absolutely, leg kicks. Because if he throws some leg kicks and he sees Taylor put his hands down, then it makes it a lot easier. But that's what he's doing with the body. He's making Taylor. He knows Taylor's going to get a little tired. He saw him hunching over in the corner. Start going to the body. Start working that body. Make it even more tired.
Couple of big shots now. Taylor may be waiting a little too late to get active, but it doesn't seem to matter because Mcfarland just counters so beautifully, even when he's cornered. And and he's got his left leg there, as you can see, propped up on that stool. And again, Mcfarland looking very relaxed in his corner, Emmanuel.
He is. It's looking like his conditioning is doing, stamina doing really good. Taylor is looking a little tired, hunched over the ropes. Again, I would tell him to sit down and go to that position that everyone goes to when they go to the corner. Not everyone does this where they're hunched over on the ropes. So if I was Mike Giroux, I would be telling him to come out, go to the body, and go to the head.
Is that poor coaching at this point, allowing him to do that?
Yeah, that's just my opinion. I think that all those little things matter. So if I was this coach, I would just say, sit down, get some rest, don't be hunched over.
Couple of rights and lefts there. Look, Taylor's doing everything he can to get on the inside, but whether it's inside or out, it just seems like Mcfarland is just so focused, exchanging blows. And here he goes, a good mid kick. Gets it, and again, more defense from Mcfarland.
Taylor.
And no matter what Taylor does, a nice clean left there. And another right inside. But Taylor's not willing to back down, and he gives a couple of himself. And now he's got him pressed up. Boy, I tell you what, even though Taylor does a good job of cutting off the ring, Mcfarland, no matter what situation is in, he seems to thrive, Emmanuel.
He's seeing everything. He's very composed in the pocket. You see him being very, very smart in the pocket, seeing what Taylor throws and then countering with some uppercuts. Taylor is looking a little tired, but he's doing what he needs to, which is putting pressure on Montaine. He cannot let Montaine use that game on the outside because he's really good with that front kick and then doing that question mark kick to the head.
Round number 3, 2-minute rounds, 3 out of 5 in this particular fight. We are live in Edmond, Oklahoma. I am Drew Duncan. He's Emmanuel Rivera. And another right to the thigh. And you can see the bruising develop there, Emmanuel.
The
and
left.
a nice right. There it is again. Oh! Taylor's let him know, I can take it.
I love
How
it.
much more can he take, though, Emmanuel?
I love seeing Taylor smile after. You know that it landed well because he did smile, but he's showing his heart. He's going forward the whole time. He's not backing up. That leg is beat up. The left leg of Taylor is beat up. Montaine needs to keep attacking that leg.
Less than 10 seconds left in round number 3. Taylor wants some more after a couple of straight rights. And Mcfarland's willing to bring it to him, but a good left shot at the end. And an incredible round for both of these guys, hugging it out right now. An incredible performance, and this place is jacked.
What a fight. What a fight, man. Montaine looking composed. I'm going to have to say Montaine 3-0 there. But, the judges have had some different opinions tonight, so we will see what happens.
I don't know this one, though. I don't know this one. Look, if I had to, I would give it to Mcfarland.
Right.
If I had to.
Yeah, Taylor was putting the pressure on, but Mcfarland was being super smart with his counters and landing some nasty leg kicks, so I don't see how the judges even give one round to Taylor.
Taylor was obviously willing to take everything that Mcfarland had to offer, but I feel like in terms of overall control, the fight, the pacing, being in and out, backed up against the corner, he found ways out of every situation, but also created situations. Would you agree with that, Emmanuel, and that Mcfarland probably won the fight?
Absolutely. He was having good footwork and good angles.
Let's see what Matt Ems has to say from the judges.
How about that fight, guys? Come on. After 3 full rounds, we have a unanimous decision. Fighting out of the red corner, Mr. Montaine.
And you see them giving it up to each other here. That's always a thing that gets lost in translation.
Husky Fat Promotions.